Welcome to the Austin Action Fest podcast. We focus on filmmaking from idea to distribution and everything in between. We focus on you getting your project in the can and for the world to see. Thank you for listening to the Austin Action Fest podcast. Now let's get cracking.
Welcome to another Austin Action Fest podcast and interview. I am your host, Benjamin Nathaniel Reddick II, aka the Violence Conductor. Here with Keisha. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Keisha, and I am one of the Austin Action Fest board members. Glad to be here.
And because you said the names more than me, would you mind introducing our guest today so I don't butcher the names?
Yes, we are going to be interviewing the co-directors of the film Ascension. Ascension was one of our films that we showed at last year's festival. We have Anais and Bob here to join us. Thank you all so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So we wanted to start off by, can you just tell us a little bit on how you got into filmmaking?
How you got into filmmaking?
Répète la question. Parce qu'en plus, j'entends pas bien. Donc.
How you got into filmmaking, number 2. Huh?
How, okay.
Did you get into filmmaking? What inspired you to be a filmmaker?
Okay. So, I begin? Okay. So, the first person who speak about cinema was my mom. She told me about a big drama school in Paris, and when I was 18 years old, I have to make choice to continue my studies, and it was difficult for my mom to let his daughter leave Paris, leave the north of France, because Paris, it's a big city, you know, it's really a challenge to come here when you come from a small city with not a lot of people. So I stayed in the north of France, and 3 years after I met my ex-boyfriend, and we come to Paris to live our dreams.
Awesome. And you said you grew up in a little city. What city was that? Or you came from a little place?
Yes. So I come from the north of France, Boulogne-sur-Mer. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. What about you, Bob?
All right. I've written a lot in my childhood, novels, comic books, stuff like that. And but then I went to a business school, and had a job in marketing and stuff like that. But I have forgotten my passion, and my passion is screenwriting, is movie, cinema, and I love cinema a lot. And then I have the opportunity to be the director of a film which I have written, which I wrote, and it has begun. And from this moment, I left my job, I left everything, and to follow this passion.
Wow.
Got it. Okay. Awesome. So how did you two actually meet?
You want to explain?
I have no clue.
Yes. I remember.
I just don't remember.
Yes, the first one, it's because I saw a casting for a movie. So I said, yes, this is good. Maybe I will make the casting for this movie. It's really interesting. And so I make my candidature,
Mm-hmm.
and and Bob see my showreel, and he told me to participate at another project, which is CS, a web series, in which the main character have 4 different personalities, and so. Normally it was for a small project, and I make a casting for a big one with Bob, and yes, it was the first time we met together.
Yes, I felt so. She liked to kick ass in a showreel. Was very impressive, and then I was like, wow. Okay, she's good, and but not only that, she was a good actress and a hard worker, and I saw that in her showreel, which she has mounted herself. Yes, editing herself.
Yeah,
and then we met. And we talk about a lot of projects, SEAS too. This project with the woman who suffer from dissociative
identity.
Identity, yes, personality. It's a DID in English, I guess. And then we have the ideas to make film together too, and to be co-directors. And then we did Ascension.
Yeah, and we have to talk about another one.
Mm-hmm.
Just after.
And another one.
Okay.
Is that the web series? That we were gonna go and we were gonna talk about that too. Are you talking about the web series that you mentioned?
The web series.
Is it the question?
The web series? You're asking about the web series?
Yes.
Yes.
La web série dont on avait
Can you repeat the question?
Did they mean the web series? The web series, she said, because they have other projects too.
Yes, SEAS is one of the web series.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And I guess we should say, Ben, where they are right now.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't talk about that.
So in case anybody is curious, there's actually 5 of us in the call because we have a translator.
Right.
Because Bob and Anais are actually in France. So this took some coordination, right? But we're international because we're a big deal. So, but I mean, it's actually one of the things we love because action, travels. And so getting to see action and choreography and the way people shoot and the way people edit all over the world is a wonderful thing. And many of us who got started doing action movies, we got introduced through Kung Fu movies. So that was, seeing China and Hong Kong and all that stuff and the Bruce Lee films and the Michelle Yeohs. So it's cool to be able to talk to our people, all over the world who also engage in action. So on that note, tell us a little bit about the action scene in France and the indie film in France. Tell us about that.
Yes, action in France. Talk to us about that.
Yes, it's a very interesting topic here.
Big challenge.
Yes, because there are a lot of very, very, very good stuntmen and women, and there are a lot of very talented filmmakers in action scenes and action choreography too. A lot of good choreographer too. There is money in France not like in the US, but in Europe it's a big industry. It's a big industry, but we don't have many action movies because we are. It's a culture of we say film d'auteur here. So it's movies which are very slow,
Yes.
poetic.
Got it.
I don't know if we say contemplative in English.
Contemplative.
Yes, contemplative. And but public are fond of action movies, American action movies, Asian, but they don't really give a chance to French movies, and lots of stuntmen, stuntwomen, stunt choreographer. Hi. Go abroad, go to the US and Canada to do their passion, to work, because there are more money, more budget, more everything, in North America.
They are producer. In France, it's difficult to find producer.
And they don't want to take risk. They prefer do a humoristic movie or drama or social drama because they know that in France it works for movies like that. But action films, producers are more cold about this.
Yes, it's difficult to have place in France, and it's difficult to have reconnaissance, recognition, because just for festival, it's really difficult to participate in festival. In France, maybe we participated at one festival, and the other are in America.
Oh, okay. I got
we have 20 selections in America, and only one in France, because we have no place to show our work here, and it's really difficult to make an action movie in France.
But there are going to be some change, I think, because with stuff like Netflix, Amazon Prime, they are producing more and more films and action movies. We saw Sentinel,
yes.
One Braqueur.
Yes,
lot of movies.
La Révolution, series. La Révolution, it's a big challenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
So with Netflix and platform like that, there is more opportunities for action filmmakers.
Yeah,
now.
Maybe it will help us to work in this kind of genre. Genre.
And
awesome.
we are so many talents here. Stunts are just incredible, and we have good technician in directors of photography, directors, cameramen. So we can do a good thing here, but it's most of it is a lack of money and taking risk.
Yeah.
Got it. Do you know what the incentives are in France in general for tax? Are there tax credits or tax incentives?
Incentives.
Ouais, c'est
Inspiration
des-
financière.
ouais, voilà comment les.
Inspiration financière, comme on dit. Pour vous donner une motivation
Ouais.
de faire
s'il y a des trucs des subventionnés
Il y a
et
des
tout.
programmes.
Most of the time, we have incentive for drama films and social drama
Got
and
it.
humoristic, but no in action movies. They just don't want to give money for that.
Fantastic movie.
Yes.
It's just
Fantastic
the same.
horror films.
Horror. It is the same.
It's like underground here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's
not,
actually really interesting. One of the reasons that we built the Austin Action Fest and film market is for that reason that you're talking about. I mean, initially we were thinking about Americans in general, but the moment we opened it up, we had a ton of international submissions.
Yes.
Like 1 year, maybe 70% of our submissions were from Russia. So, because even here, we have way more festivals for the dramatic and the comedic and everything than we do for the action.
Mm-hmm.
And to us, the thing that's cool is that I'll watch a movie with subtitles and I may not get every one of the jokes, or I may not understand some of the social political stuff, but I'll understand the action, the conflict, the fighting, and the stunts. So it all travels really well. That's one of the reasons we made the festival. So we're really happy to hear what you're saying, because we deal with a little bit of that on our side as well. And this festival is intended to work as a marketplace to overcome that. So, and your project was awesome, which is the reason we wanted to talk to you guys. We don't get a ton of content with female leads, and specifically where the action is that strong. I was like, we gotta talk to them. This is gonna be a good one. So one thing I'm curious about in general on that note. So I think you said you were an athlete coming up, right? Growing up. Did that help you a lot? Were you doing martial arts that whole time, or was that like something else and you got into martial arts later? How did that work for you?
I've been involved in sports since I was 3 years old. So gymnastic, dance. I made studies in sport, and now choreography, fight choreography, and stunts. But 20 years that I've been practicing track and field, 100 and 200 meters at high level. So I just stopped the competition this year to become a stunt woman, because it's really difficult to have hard training, and the body is not the same when you run. You run in line, and when you make fights, you have rotation.
Yeah.
So for my hips, it was difficult because I hurt a lot when I make fight and come back in the track. So yeah, so I decided this year, a few months, to stop the competition. It's made 20 years now. I have to change. And yes, stunt and choreography, fight is really that I love. I have some feelings who seems to sprint. So so that's it.
What system or style of martial arts or fighting did you study? Was it just stage combat, or karate specifically, or taekwondo? Was there a specific one?
No, there is not a specific one. It depends of your coach,
Mm-hmm.
someone use kung fu, so you tried kung fu, or another taekwondo. So you do a lot of kick. So it depends. It depends, but it's really complete. It's really complete, and we don't just fight. We make jump, jumps at 5 or 6 meters fall.
Yes.
So we train at this fall, and with the fire too. We have fire on.
Got it.
And parkour.
Yes.
Parkour, gymnastic, drive. So we see a lot of things. It's not just about fight choreography, but I would like to make this specificity, because I really like what I feel when I fight. So I think it's the one I want to focus.
Yes, some teachers like to. It's MMA. So we have a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo too, Karate, little Wushu, kickboxing too. But most of the martial arts they like to teach for our students. But fight scenes are very specific, because when you're a fighter, when you're a training fighter, it's very difficult to go to the fight scene, to the fight choreography, because you have to dislearn. I don't know if
because you don't touch.
Very realistic, yes. Don't touch.
Yes.
You move like very wide. Your crowd don't hear, but hear, because the camera has to see your eyes. So you have to learn.
You have to adjust.
So it's very difficult for training fighters.
Yeah, I actually just got off a project where we were teaching one person to do Wing Chun, open hand and with butterfly swords, and the other person is using the principles, but she's not doing Wing Chun, and she's supposed to like a street fighter with a blade in her hand. And I had to take another guy who's like a black belt in karate, and I had to tell him not to be a black belt in karate and to be just a big like boxing bruiser and throw these big looping punches. And he's trying to go, and I'm like, no. You can't block that way. That's the wrong way to block. And so it was exactly what you're talking about. A lot of times it's trying to take someone who knows a wide variety of things and wipe that clean and have a blank palette to build your character on. So no, that's exactly the case. That's but it's awesome to hear you guys are doing all that with the parkour. We have some parkour gyms out here that we're sponsored with Jungle Movement Academy. I just want to go ahead and give them a shout out because they do a lot of stunt stuff here in Austin, Texas. So if you're ever in Austin, there's some cool places to train parkour and some stunts as well. So no, that's really, really cool.
That's awesome. I was just going to say Danielle has joined us. Hey, Danielle. She's also a part of Austin Action Fest. She just apologizes. She said she's not able to talk right now, but she wanted to make sure she got to at least come and be a part of the interview to see it. She also wanted me to let you all know that one of her favorite actors is Omar Sy. She wanted me to make sure I shared that. So, hey, Danielle. Yeah, so I'm sorry. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I introduced her. I wanted to ask, so in Ascension, Anais, the main character, the main woman character, is that you? I couldn't quite tell. I thought that was you, but is that you? Is it? Okay, I thought so. I was
I
listening
was
to you.
bad, really a bad girl.
Yes. I was like, look at her go. Oh my goodness. You were not playing games in that film. Not at all.
Yeah. I like
You
that.
were awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Ascension was
and there was
awesome.
another the redheaded female.
Yeah.
Is she a dancer?
Yeah, she's dancer. Hip hop dancer.
She was doing what we call bone breaking when she had her arms behind her head and bringing them
Yeah.
over.
Right.
Because
even in the set, I was just like, oh, don't do this again, please.
Because a lot is like what you said. Like I was a dancer before I did martial arts, so there's a lot of people who are that do martial arts and are stunt guys. A lot of them are pop lockers, break dancers, and all that stuff. Like so it's interesting. I'm not surprised that it's the same in France. So
it's all about choreography. Yeah. So it's like a dance between two people.
Yeah. It is. Hey, where did you get the story idea for Ascension? Where did it come from?
Peut-être que de base, c'était toi qui avais l'idée. At the beginning, it was Bob who had this idea, and he introduces that idea because it's been some years that we want to make something together, you know, in director. So yes, he introduces the movie, and after we talked a lot about that, we talked a lot about the characters and the image. We just wanted to show our competence, skills. We really want to show our skills because the first festival we participated, it's a Nikon Film Festival. It's a big festival in France. Mm-hmm. And we have different rules for this festival, 2 minutes and 20 seconds for the film. And we have a theme. So last year was Generation. It was the theme of the movie. So we talk about that, and we just want to show at the French people that we have some skills in the action movie. And that's why we wanted to do that.
Yes.
Well, you definitely showed that. You showed them that you have some skills.
Yes.
I really
even if it's difficult.
Yeah, I really like the story idea. I like where you all were going with the story. But at the end, I know you kind of left it open as far as like what's next. So are you thinking about making it into a feature film, like something bigger, or what are you thinking about doing with it?
Yeah, but in the beginning, I must confess, I like pop culture. I like I'm just like a geek, something like that, and I'm very keen on high technology, AI. And I love science fiction too.
Yeah.
Anais too, and we try to talk about this different areas in generation. First, we have oil, which is the old school, and now it's the data, all the internet. Data processing, big data, and then I am very, very, very interested on what the AI can do. now with 5G, we have lots of opportunities and lots of threats too. And we have some ideas for a project which include AI, maybe the smartphone, or maybe it's a human android. We don't really know right now, but we have some ideas based on this movie. Not the same story, but the same context, atmosphere.
But Bob have lot of ideas. I can follow him. You know,
I can follow myself.
Always he invent a new movie. You know,
I like stories.
Yes, he really like that. And the first time I met him, I said, "Wow, what is this boy?" He spoke about many stories in white since many years, and really interesting. You know, like CS, the one who I have 4 personality because of the trouble of identity. And he explained all the story and said to me, okay, so I make a lot of research, you know, when you have difficulty in this trouble of identity, you are like that and like that, but it's really, you have to focus on this kind of things because this is this problem, you know. It was so there is so much precision. You make a lot of research. It's not just in white. It's a lot of research and hours of research, and so many stories with so many hours of research. So yes, it's really interesting to work as an actress with Bob before to work with the director, because you understand the character, and he give you so much information about that, so that it is really easy to interpret after. And it's the same of how he writes the different character, because you know, when you have 4 personality to do, it's a challenge. But with Bob, it's not so big challenge, because he writes the personality and the kind of la façon de parler, the way you speak. It's not the same.
The way you work.
Yes, the way you work, it's not the same, because the white, it's particular, you know. So yes, he helped a lot, because he is a good screenwriter, really good. Yes, no, it's true. It's really true.
I like to do action movies. I like to do action scenes, but I always wanted that these films tell a story. It's not just action. I want the characters out to say something. Right. I want the action say something. Ascension was a short movie, very short movie. But even if I have to do a movie for 2 hours, for example, I want action, because I like that. I love that. I love action. But I want to tell a story.
Right.
Got it.
How do you act too?
Oh no.
He's like, no, that's all right.
It would be catastrophic.
So it looks like your choreographer was Aurélien. I have no idea how to say that last name. So just Aurélien.
Schwartz.
That is?
Aurélien Schwartz.
Wow, that was not where I was going. Yes, so tell us a little bit about him and the choreography, because normally people don't get to talk about the fight choreographer. So
yes, Aurélien is a very talented choreographer. He is, c'est pas Schwartz, c'est Aurélien Luzieux.
Ah, Luzieux.
C'est Aurélien Luzieux. Et he made the choreography, but he wasn't. Unfortunately, he wasn't there for the shooting. Sorry, and that was one of his student actually, not a student, collaborator who was there. But most of the choreography was his doing, and he's very talented. He has a group of stuntmen. Their name is Bushido Stunt Team. Yes, Bushido Stunt Team.
Okay.
They are in the credits at the end of the movie, and there are a lot of stuntmen and stuntwomen. They met themselves in a stunt school, the CUC, Campus Université Cascade.
Best one.
The best one in France, I have to say. And I love working with him because he understands my scripts. He understands the context. He understands the scene. He understands the characters too. And then he knows I love martial arts too. Even I don't do martial arts anymore. No, I don't do anymore. But we speak easily together because I understand his language and he understands my language, and I have to, and sometimes I like to give him the opportunity to free himself. Now, okay, do what you want, do the moves you want to see in the movie. If you have a big fall or I don't know, a 360 shot kick, okay, do it. You're free, and he like that. He like that.
Yeah.
So we have the context, we have the scene, we have the movie, we have the story, but I have to give him freedom.
Yeah, we give him freedom for the fight choreography. We just ask about spectacular and intelligence artificial. So it's a robot and you have human. So we just want that robot are strong and but this and the humans make something really spectacular to fall at the floor because there is so much stronger in the robot. So it was that we want, and after they made their choreography about like what they want. But yes, it was just we give a demand, and after they can make
Got
it.
it.
Yeah, that was challenging for every sense because when you're a robot in this movie, you can't have emotion.
Yeah.
When you do a choreography, you have to move very, very much, and then there was compelled to do things very straight, and even Anais when she avoid the punch, she had to just straight like that, and there was a little match between them. Some said, okay, I want to be a human because I want to do pulse, I want to do 360, and okay, I have to do the robot because in my physicality, I'm more impressive, I'm more charismatic. So that was very interesting when they pick roles actually.
Got it. So did you give the same kind of freedom to your cameramen as well, or did you kind of know exactly what shots and angles you wanted?
It's not the same, the same work, because as you know, when you shoot an action scene, you need to be very precise on your angle of your camera. So you can't do what you want. You need to be at the right angle at the right moment, and you have to adapt your choreography for the shooting, and you have to shoot
Depending.
Depending the choreography too. And as you know, when you're a cameraman in a fight choreography, you take part of the choreography. You are in the choreography, and you have to prevent kicks or punch. You have to move along. You have to know the choreography perfectly. So we need to be very accurate for the shooting. Even we have we like to do one combo and one shot.
Okay.
So I don't like when it's very cut. One punch and then you change the angle and you receive the punch. No, I have to do one punch, another, an uppercut, a high kick, and then we go to the next shot. So that was very challenging for the cameraman too, but very good.
Yeah,
Mike
is really amazing because he saw the choreography and said, "Okay, go." But choreography, you don't saw you don't saw all the choreography because by couple we have 45 minutes or 45 seconds or 1 minute choreography. So he just saw the choreography 45 seconds and say, okay, I'm okay, we can go, and just make the film of the choreography once and go to shoot. And it was really crazy. It was here and after on the floor, and after he come back and want to have the other one. It was really crazy because we have 6 or 7 fights during the day. And the day was really long because it was during the grève strike, during the strike. So we asked at all the people, staff, comedian, and to come at 8, and we finish at 3. So
in the morning.
So all people were there during all this time, and the cameraman was alone to do this. So yes, he was really focused and really good, and always okay, we go. Yes,
so you
really amazing.
done it all in one day from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. One day. Wow.
That was a big day.
Yeah. Yes, but it was really a big challenge because we can't do that things another day because we need too much people, and
to gather people at the same time was very difficult. And
because it's not it's benevolent.
Volunteers.
Yes.
Volunteers.
Yeah, they're all volunteers. They're professional in the field, but they were volunteers for this movie.
Yes. So they are not money. They come here to make a good movie and to show the skill. So yes, it was really. We have a good team, and we at the end of the day we say, "Oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you."
We really made this film together.
Yeah.
The choreography, even the staff. So it's we're the directors, yes, but it was a film we made together.
Yeah, I mean, every time you do it, it's always going to be a team effort.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome, man.
I know you mentioned in the area that the action films have a bit of a challenge. Are there any other challenges just for filmmakers in general there in France that you can think of? Anything that's difficult for filmmakers in general?
Apart from action?
Say it again?
Apart from action?
Yes.
Or
just
for action movies or
in general?
Overall, in general?
Any movie for all movies.
Quels sont les autres challenges, les difficultés, à part de films?
It's money.
Money?
This is the big challenge.
Yes.
Money, and money. It's very most of all when you want to make a movie you want, you're passionate. So when you want to do action movies, fantasy, science, sci-fi, horror films, there are not a lot of incentives from the government for movie like that. And when you want to do that, it's very, very, very difficult to find money.
Yes, you can find money if you make a movie about the culture, the environment, because you speak about the city or something like that. So okay, we want to give you some money because it's okay for us. But if it's just action and we want to invent a world for it's not really okay to have money. It's more difficult.
But the industry here is very dynamic. There are a lot of filmmakers, there are a lot of short movies and movies in a year here, and but it's mostly the same kind of film actually, if I can say so. Maybe there is a lack of diversity, and because there's a lack of taking risk. So when you do a social film or comedy, it's rather easy to do this. It's rather easy to find money. And there is a lot of incentive in the culture here, but we are in the kind of boxes because we can do anything and any time.
Okay, interesting. That's good to know. So I did have a question about Ascension in particular. So besides clearly you have it in the festival circuit. What are you going to do with it once everything is done? Is the plan to just put it on? Is it going to be like on YouTube, or you're going to put it on your page to promote everyone, or are you going to attempt to find a way to maybe sell that to someone? What's the plan for that? For the actual short?
Yes, first step is social medias.
After.
Maybe YouTube, maybe Vimeo, social medias, our social medias, to make people see what's the film, and people who don't have access to festival. So I think it's the next step.
Yeah, next step.
Je me demande aussi si vous faites promotion des personnes qui participent. Est-ce que vous avez une façon de faire connaître les personnes qui ont joué, qui ont...
Yes. First with this movie, we want to show the skills at all the people who participate at this movie, and we want to focus on festival in America, because America, they think like us, you know. There is the same mind, and when we speak here in France about America, we speak about perform, you know, perform action, people who can do all the things, sing, comedian, director. All people do a lot of things, and it's okay. In France, it's not the same. I can't be a director and a comedian and I love sport here. It's difficult, you know, for people to say, okay, it's like you are not good because you do too much things. In America, it's not the same. We think it's all people are in perform, and most you have skills. The most is good, and that's why we want to make a step and show what we do here to meet people like you, and talk about this. And it's important for us to make people who are the same way of live than us.
Okay.
The fight scenes are a big element in this movie, in the short movie. So we want to promote those who made this possible. So the stunts, after all, the stunt, most of all, and the cameraman too. We need to promote them in our social media, in their social media too. And yes, I think it's very important for us to give them this promotion, this spotlight. Thank you.
Yes, as they say, rising tide raises all ships. So that makes a ton of sense.
Was there anything else that you wanted to share about your web series, about CS or anything like that? I know we kind of touched on it, but did you want to say or speak about anything else with CS?
Oh, okay. CS.
Sorry.
Like Anais told you, it's a TV series actually. It's a work in progress, and now we are writing the I don't know the English term for un dossier de production.
Film
collection.
No.
Film.
Parce que file c'est dossier de production.
Well, you might have tried.
Well, yes, we need to promote this concept to have buyers on or for producers, and it's kind of drama, thriller, and action too, because it depends on every single personality she has. You have the first one, the main personality is very shy, the introvert, and she's very she's scared of everything because she's afraid of switch. And when you switch, she becomes a totally different person. And you have a personality which is who kicked ass. It's a very dynamic. She talk like she talk
like
loud,
yes, like a boy.
And
she like girls, and she talk like a boy, and she
like girls.
She think she is a boy.
Mm.
And she's like that. Yeah, I'm a boy.
That's what boys do. Got it.
And we have many action scenes with this personality.
Yeah.
And yes.
Okay.
And you have another personality who is yes, seduction. It is femme fatale. We say it here. So she's a woman. She can manipulate people. She's very, very, very clever. She knows about someone just when she sees her, when she see him. And we have another character, another personality who is like a hacker. Very smart. So each personality is gifted, actually, and this woman is gifted, but because she have a disorder, because society says she have a sickness, they consider her like a sick person, but she knows very, 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 very. She knows many things. She knows better than most of the common person, but with each personality in her field.
Okay.
But for the story of CS, the film begins. You saw a man who is dead on the floor, lying on the floor, and during all the movie, you search who is the guilty, and it's about that, about the death and who is the guilty, and you have different characters. And the main character is this girl with a lot of personality.
Yes, it was he was a doctor, Dr. Corpse, and the police say she's the murderer because she was there, and then she escaped. And all the theories about her escape. And the inquiry, yes, of the police, and we had lots of twists too, and maybe the main character herself doesn't know if she killed him or not, because all the personality have their own purpose, and she can't remember when she switched. So she has a constant search of her past and what happened in this scene.
Okay, so I have a question, Bob. Of the four personalities you just described, which one is the closest to actual Anais? I saw the Facebook profile and I was like, oh, at first I was like, oh, I didn't know she was a model too. So she's an athlete model.
It was very easy to do the cast. Very, very easy. When I wrote this theory, when I wrote this concept, I was just, oh, okay. She has everything. She has everything. Oh, maybe the hacker.
Laquelle?
Ouais.
Moi, la plus proche de moi?
Non, la moins.
Ah, la moins, les demandes la plus proche.
Ah, justement, la moins, parce que, effectivement, ouais. She's not, she's not...
the geek?
Ouais, she's not the geek.
Laquelle je suis?
But all the other personalities, you can
Okay.
She's a model. She kicks ass. She's very sensitive as the main character. So not very difficult for me to
But
paint the
I prefer the you know I prefer to make the boy make the boy and say, oh yeah.
Yeah, she prefers the one who fights because she loves it. So,
and I have an accent because I come from the north of the France, and in the north of the France we have an accent, but it's a bad accent, not sexy.
it's very awful.
It's not really sexy. So I make this accent. And I make this accent, and it's like I come from les quartiers.
Yes. It's like a mix between a redneck and a ghetto.
Oh,
so
okay.
Weird mix, but very interesting to play and very fun. Very fun to watch.
Really fun because it's really it's not near to me. It's far, so
I understand.
I can make a lot of proposition, and it's really cool. And with the body too, because I make a lot of sports, so it's really interesting because I make like that, and I do something with my with my body. So it will be really cool to to make this character because I can do what I want.
Are you doing any crowdfunding or fundraising or anything like that to help get funds together for the project? Are they raising any money to get money to
Yes,
make the project?
we're searching for producers.
Producers. Oh, okay, you're doing okay, gotcha. Investors. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm very curious to see that now after hearing about it. So please
What I
keep
was
this
thinking
posted.
is that we could take whatever their website or whatever is and share it on Austin Action Fest. If you have a website or you have a page, we can share it so we can put the word out about it. Start.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Definitely.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, shoot us an email with all the information of what you want us to share with everybody on our page, and we'll put it out there to help you guys out. That's part of what we do here, is to try to facilitate these parts of the conversation as well. After you shot it, trying to connect people with distributors. So like this year, we've invited distributors directly to the event, and some will have links for the digital version as well, to make sure that your stuff gets seen by the right people. Mm-hmm. But before things get shot, please let us know so we can help out with that also. So
yes.
Did you have any other anything else that you guys are working on that you're excited about?
Maybe we sent you our movie. Le prochain, comment dire? The next movie will come in few months with a new one.
Okay, I'm sure he's got a lot. He's got a lot in his brain right now. I get, Bob. I understand. I have an entire document that is just film ideas, and it's like fantasy, action, drama, and it's just list of premises. And then there's like 30 shorts. So I get it. And it seems like you're kind of similar to me in the sense that you came up like
precisely
drawing in comic books and stuff. And so
exactly.
I was a drawer.
A smartphone or even at home. Oh yes, I have to write it down. And
it happens all the time. Like
all the time.
And you'll see if on my Facebook, you'll see it if you ever scroll through. It's crazy. My brain is crazy. But film is actually a great medium for that because the film show business. So you have a business training you had too, plus you're artistic. So it's all of that.
Yeah.
Bob is trying to say something.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just to share our social medias.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I mean, and if you want to plug that right now, the Instagram handle, the Facebook.
With pleasure.
Website, whatever you have.
All of it.
All right.
Twitter handles.
C'est Benjamin.
So what is your Facebook?
Oh, well, my name is Benjamin Redick, Redic. That should be pretty easy to find. Actually, me and Anais are we're
Yeah,
Benjamin.
Comment
I
tu
got
dis
this.
ajouter?
Added.
I added you just before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You and
ask him if it's Benjamin Nathaniel.
Yep.
But Nathaniel Redick.
Benjamin Redick.
My full name is Benjamin Nathaniel Redick II.
Right.
Yeah.
I sent you an invitation.
Oh, absolutely. Technically, I'm a lord.
Oh, really?
Yes, $49.99.
Okay.
You too can also be a lord. Just want
That's
to
nice.
put that out there for you guys.
And is
Oh,
Eric
yeah.
a lady?
One of my 10,000 projects is it's maybe cool to share this. It's about maybe with Anais. She doesn't know, and it's about a woman from Africa who tries to reconnect with our past ancestors, and it's like she has some help here, an agent, maybe Anais, a girl or man in the chair, who like computers, and she has to find something about her past, and for this she needs to explore African history and African history before colonialism. So we're talking about African empires in West Africa, Nubia, Ethiopia, with the Great Zimbabwe, and all the ruins and archaeological sites we have in Africa. But so we don't have money right now, but the action would take place in France, and she has to deal with people who I don't know if it's a bit traffic d'art. Out sellers, but in underground, yes. And she had to deal with them, and she finds some tokens or some masterpiece, but from Africa, and she has an inquiry for the authorities to find her object. It's a work in progress, and when she do so, she discover another way of or another side of the African culture, which is very, very, very comment dire ça en français? We don't study it at school here. So she has to discover everything by herself, and we discover it through her eyes too. And then she has learned some techniques, some ancestral techniques in fight. So the origin of capoeira, for example, and the art of Nubian stick.
Yep.
Some ancestors wrestling forms
exactly.
in West Africa, for example, like mandang. And I mix all this stuff to tell a story about someone who is searching for roots, actually. So it's one of my my projects. I very 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 want to I really want to do and to direct and to have yes, really want this movie done, actually. And maybe Anais will give some eyes too.
Got it. No, that's actually really interesting. I don't know if you can tell behind me, but that's a Kopesh.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Egyptian axe. And so one of the people I trained with here, which was eye-opening to me, a group called Austin Warrior Arts, and they're on some different shows. Damon Stith is one of the main instructors. He teaches martial arts in general, but we learn like capoeira and gola. And so, you know what it is. So we learn capoeira, we learn a mix of different martial arts, but a lot of African-based, like staff fighting, and different regions use the staff in different ways. A lot of different things that I didn't know. I didn't know about African knights, and I didn't know about African cavalry and Nubian archers in the Mali. You don't hear any of this stuff, and especially if you're a nerd and you're into the fantasy stuff, and you're looking at, the German longsword and the French with the rapier and all the different things, savate, and different things these other people have. What do we have? Like, what can I dress up as or do whatever? And so it was interesting that there was so much information that nobody knows about.
Exactly.
So I love it. That sounds very interesting. I would love to see what you do with that. Keep us posted.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, but as far as that's concerned, I didn't have any other questions. I learned a ton today. Anybody else have any final thoughts or questions?
Today's interview has been awesome. Danielle shot me a couple of things that she wanted to ask, because like we said, she's not able to talk, but I think we kind of covered the things that she had been curious about as well. But Danielle, if you have anything else you want to shoot over, and I can get that out or whatever. Are you good to go down there? I say down, I don't know where you are. I'm saying
I'm gonna see, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in an environment, and my car's messed up, so I apologize. So I'm in an environment that I normally wouldn't be in, and the people were all around me, or they walked away. So I just wanted to say hi. I'm going to have to go on mute in just a second because I'm afraid that people are really doing things around me.
It's okay.
So I wanted to say it's such a pleasure to see you guys. You guys have great chemistry and great personalities, and I'm going to personally reach out to you as well, and we can chat some more. And thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I love Ascension, by the way.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Do you guys have any final words, Bob or Anais?
Well, just to thank you.
Yeah.
Each of you
Thank you
for
very
your
much.
amazing work, and to give us the opportunity to show our film, what we can do, what we love to do, and for you seem to be a very open-minded person, people, and that's very good, very kind of you.
Yeah, so, thank you very much, because I said this last time that the other festival don't do this, and it's I think it's really important to see people, to speak with people, because when you are in this world, when you make this job, you make this to meet people, and that's why we do this job, comedian and director. We are artists because we want to know a lot of personality. So I think it's a good idea to do this and to meet you and speak with you, it's really good. Thank you.
Thank you so
And
much.
we know it was difficult with the pandemic, so
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
we got so much courage. That's
Thank you. The team works hard. Keisha is my ace, and Danielle, those are my aces in the hole there. Could not do it without them because it's a ton of work. So I'm going to say thank you to all of you guys and my team with Austin Action Fest, Keisha Chill, Danielle, thank you guys so much. Keisha, any final words?
No, I think you pretty much said it all. I just want to personally, just like the others have said, thank you all so much for your time and for sharing your film with us and just for being with us. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And we apologize for our level of English.
No worries. No worries. All right, guys. You guys take care, and we'll catch you guys in the next Austin Action Fest podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Austin Action Fest podcast.